Hey everybody, JCB here at the Awesomist, and you're watching the Awesomist YouTube channel. As you know, I do a lot of Six Flags videos on this channel, and because of that, I often get asked questions about things to do at Magic Mountain, or if there's certain days that are best to go to the park, things like that. I recently got an email from a subscriber who told me they were 13 years old, had never ridden a roller coaster before, and wanted to know what they should go on first when they got to Magic Mountain. Now, thankfully, I've actually come up with kind of a progression system for Magic Mountain specifically that I kind of experimented on my nieces and nephew with a while back. I came up with a method that actually works really well at gradually introducing you to bigger and more intense roller coasters. Also, just for clarification, we're only talking about roller coasters. I think anybody can jump on a flat ride basically anytime, but roller coasters are a little more intimidating. So anyway, here's my method. Start with Gold Rusher. It's small but fast and just rough enough around the edges to give you a taste of what's to come. It's also the park's oldest coaster, the perfect ride to get your feet wet. Why shouldn't the park's first coaster also be your first coaster? Next up is Ninja. This coaster hangs from below the track like a lot of the bigger coasters, but is still pretty tame. You get the sensation for not having a track below you, but you're still sitting down in a fairly standard car. After that, we have Apocalypse. This is a wooden coaster, but like the last two, it doesn't go upside down at all. It's fast and tall and feels bumpy, but will still be a good next step in the thrill department. Plus, you want that wooden coaster cred. It's one of the early achievements any coaster enthusiast should unlock. Finally, you should try your first inversion, or loop. You're ready for it. The next ride for you is the New Revolution. This ride has just one loop. It'll be your first upside down coaster, which is cool because it was also the world's very first successfully looping coaster ever. The ride will get you used to the idea of going upside down in a nice mellow way that's not too intense. The scariest part about the New Revolution is the fact that it doesn't have any shoulder straps, it just has a lap bar and a seat belt. But this ride was actually refurbished in like 2016, I want to say, and so it's got a state-of-the-art hydraulic lap bar and really good seat belts and everything, so you're not going to fall. Anyway, the centrifugal force when you go upside down actually pushes you into the seat, so it's kind of impossible to fall out anyway, but it is something to think about. It seems a little scary at first when you get on a ride with no shoulder straps and you're gonna go upside down. However, if you enjoyed the New Revolution, then it's time to take it up a notch with Full Throttle. This ride will introduce you to the concept of launching coasters, which means instead of a lift hill at the start, the train is launched forward at top speed. You then go through one big loop, a few twists and turns, and then you go over the top of the loop back down to the loading station. The entire ride is like 50-something seconds, so if you freak out, no worries, it'll be over before you know it. After that, you're good for more loops on rides like Batman and Scream. Once you've mastered those, take on Goliath. It looks scarier than it is. This ride is actually pretty tame, but a lot of people are intimidated by it for some reason. There aren't any loops, and there's just that one big drop at the start. After that, it's actually pretty mellow. Now that Goliath has gotten you used to tall heights, try your hand at Tatsu. This is a great mixture of floorless and high heights. This coaster lays you down face first as you fly like a superhero over the park. It's still one of my favorites. At this point, you're ready for just about anything. I would recommend Superman while you're at the top of the mountain. It's literally 30 seconds and simply launches you up the tower then back down. It's the tallest coaster at the park, so if you're afraid of heights, this is a great way to go over that for you real quick. Rides like Viper and Riddler's Revenge and Green Lantern's First Flight should probably just be avoided because they hurt so much. I mean, you could ride them if you want, just don't let them ruin your coaster experience. But anyway, once you've done all these rides, you're definitely ready to jump into my favorite ride, Twisted Colossus. This is what they call an RMC conversion. It's where they take an old wooden coaster and attach new steel track to update it. This ride's a lot of fun and is pretty intense. If you can handle Twisted Colossus, then head on over to the park's wildest ride, X2. X2 is by far the most intense coaster at the park. This is what they call a 4D coaster. You move through the track like a normal coaster, but the car is specifically designed to reorientate which direction you face automatically, forcing you to face where it wants you to look. After that, just pick which one of these was your favorite and ride it again. They really are better the second time around. Anyway, I hope this helps some of you new coaster enthusiasts ready to go on your first ride. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as I release new content every week. And until next time, keep being awesome. Of course, my wife and I are heading to Six Flags St. Louis later this month, so you can also expect videos from that park in a few weeks. And I'm going to try to do what I've done the last few years, which is I pre-record a couple of videos. That way you guys have content during that time where I'm gone, and there won't be another gap. There's also going to be more new music from my band coming very soon, as we're going to be going back into the